Two dudes back. I guess shout out open amount of folk. Getting to another track from King's Disease 3. We got beef. We had moments last time. It's pretty good. We done a few from the second one, and we did most of the first King's Disease album. So it's pretty cool, man. He released these projects pretty quick, you know, in a couple years, I think.
Yeah.
Put out 3 albums, so good for him. Doing your thing, man. I know, like, even Snoop Dogg, it's insane actually how many albums he releases. He puts out a lot of his peers or whatever, like E40, you know, we talked about E40.
Yeah.
Last Snoop, he's like, how do you get all this work done, man? It's like power naps. Power naps, you know. And he's constantly smoking, so that probably, I mean, that will propel you in a way if you use weed right, as far as like getting creative shit done.
I mean, he's been smoking weed and working for the last 30 years. You know what I mean? So. But
power naps, getting some rest and then get up, work on some more songs.
Yeah.
And plus, he probably owns like 2 or 3 studios. So here we go, beef. Let's see what's up.
It's like y'all can't do nothing without me. Everything be going good, but then y'all pull me in and mess everything up. Why y'all always let me win? I be trying to find the best way they can stop me cold. Another body, and guess who the cause of why they foes? Beef is my name, my story is age old. So question, why do I always come to take souls? I'm everywhere in the hearts of...
So already, it's like I Gave You Power, where he's talking from the perspective of the bullet. He's talking from the perspective of hip-hop beef. Where, you know...
Yeah.
It's like verbal boxing in a way. It really is, because that's like the closest analogy, really, because there's no other music form like it. When you don't see people in R&B and fucking rock and roll. Maybe they're having some arguments, but they're not like
in the music.
Dissing people in the music.
Yeah.
And making they end up going on to be like classic diss tracks and shit. Like it's the only type of music like that.
It works and it sells, so it propels itself to be...
It's true. We talked about that earlier too. How Dirty Laundry does sell. Like, good or bad press.
Yeah. It's
gonna propel you and expand your name across the world. So that's what Nas is doing. He's talking from the perspective of the beef.
Jealousy and envy, my right hands, them is my mans. I'm what happens on mad blocks. I'm the jabs taking the talks. The arguments between the women and the crab leg spots. That behind the back, complex and multifaceted. Lesson to the real, I'll be decimal. Subtract the shit, the devil is a lie. I could confuse a genius, have him moving real dumb over nothing at my convenience. With empires fall over women, I am the reason. USA and Al-Qaeda, I'm the tension between them. I'm the words to get misinterpreted. I'm the get back, I'm the first to hate. I'm the worst of it. Lurking on your premises. I am your nemesis. Parents of every slain rapper wish I didn't exist. But I'm alive and I thrive on your ignorance. I'm 1,000-foot fence that keep you from getting rich. Get around me. I be trying to find the best way they can stop me cold. Another body, and guess who the cause of why they foes? Beef is my name, my story is age old. So question, why do I always come to take souls? I be trying to find the best way they can stop me cold. Another body, and guess who the cause of why they foes? Beef is my name, my story is age old. So question, why do I always come to take souls? I'm the invasion of personal space. Fake smiles on your face is certain I'm hate. All that internet beef, that shit a virgin in me. I've been here before the Bible is murder I speak. The energy creeping around the blocks and the streets. Took his guys with him shopping, they side eyeing to please. Everybody's impossible, they don't stop in the peas. I'm eternal, I'm everywhere the action at. I'm always where the guns are blazing, attracting that. The grimiest places is my natural habitat. In all the jails and all the parties I be. Drive-bys with kids that killed accidentally. That's the type of shit they try to pin to me. In the tragic situation, give me my identity. The beat cut off the fat as sizzling grease. Love to many deceased over me. I be trying to find the best way they can stop me cold. Another body, and guess who the cause of why they foes? Beef is my name, my story is age old. So question, why do I always come to take souls? I be trying to find the best way they can stop me cold. Another body, and guess who the cause of why they foes? Beef is my name, my story is age old. So question, why do I always come to take souls?
Take souls. People got me in some shit every day.
this over that, over nothing, over something. Either way, it's on. Why it's always gotta be resorting to me? I ain't asked for this power, it's torture, it forced me to see people draining themselves, so pull off some horrible deeds. Rumors turning into a monster, lies always from sleep. By the time you hear what somebody said, it's stressed out, they expanded it, made it worse. Now you all stressed out, you wish you got it straightened out, but it's too far gone from who shot you to hit him up the Tupac song.
Wow. That's what's wild too, because back when Tupac, like the first time he got shot in '94 in New York, the producer for one of Biggie's records, which the song ended up being called "Who Shot Ya," which was written before any of that shit happened. But back then, you know, like it was no internet, so records were released, could be 2 or 3 months or whatever, you know, or 4 months later, it was already written and shit. So just the timing on how that record came out, when Tupac heard it, he just felt betrayed right away just by Biggie and shit. Just even if they didn't look at it like that, because he was at their studio when that shit happened.
I was just thinking that, like, listening to Nas rap this song, like, who gains the most from rappers killing each other?
Business.
The
record
executives.
Yeah, they're making fuck tons
so
off
they want you to be a beef rapper.
Because so they could be,
because they're gonna as soon as you get shot or killed, you know, like they make tons of money off it.
It's true. Like, and they could be even like having something to do with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sending these implants, like, go hit up.
I think that's
and then Pac believes that it's his homie Biggie, but Biggie absolutely had nothing to do with it at all.
Or just,
you know, but that's how they get you at each other.
What these people are bringing to them, and really what it was, it was a setup so that you would do that in the spotlight and die, being, you know, having a beef, and you know, taking the argument to the ultimate.
Nas was part of that era. He had, you know, he witnessed all that, like a lot of those rappers back then. But I think even Pac, like, approached him on the street one time, actually, and it's like, I got a record coming out dissing you, dissing everyone, and because he just got to a point where he didn't give a fuck anymore. And Nas is like, I love you, Pac, and gave him a big hug and walked off. Like, he just had mad respect for him, you know. Like,
right, and there was always somebody in Pac's ear. Oh, look at that shit. See that?
Yeah.
So hear this lyric? That's about you. What the fuck are you gonna do about that? You gonna let him? We gonna make money?
Yeah, or he's just
like, you can't let him.
It's crazy too. Like there's a 5-part series on Hulu about Tupac and his mother, and fuck, they were so fucking intelligent though. Like, just to listen to. I mean, yeah, we all have different sides of ourselves, versions, or, you know, different whatever sides of ourselves, but it's like, just to listen to them speak, like, you know where Tupac got it from. His mom was fucking smart as hell. Like, she was a Black Panther, but she had like 700 cases on her, and she fucking beat her own cases, no lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was going to jail, getting killed, and she, and she was pregnant with Pac when she was in prison and shit. It's just
right.
But yeah, man, hit us up, comments, details. You know, it's tragic how some things happen. I mean, Tupac and Biggie, they were only 25, 24 and shit. Like,
but it seems like the only way we're allowed to have a good time is if it's tragic.
It's true, dude.
Like. And we have to choose not to. Like if the government's spending our money in a way we don't like, we have to stop spending our money the way we've been spending it. Spend it a different way. Spend it on different things.
Walmart's packed every day, man. All these fucking department stores and shit, you know, like...
Yeah.
People need to be more conscious-minded about that shit. Like, do you really need to go to Walmart every fucking day? Yeah. Like, some people, it's like their fucking hobby. You know, like some women and shit, it's like their hobby to go.
But then there's
go to Walmart.
You know, those people who are like, oh, you
shop.
Can repurpose all this material and make something cool like this.
Yeah.
And it's something, you know, almost everybody wishes they had. You got it, you just have to build it. I think if we were more apt to do that, we would, like,
things would be better.
society could
areas.
Be different, be clean. It could be.
We out. On that note, hit us up, fill us in.